sir, what is going on YouTube? It is your boy Denali, aka Don Squally, and we are back at it in this fire R35 wide body with that sick wrap, man. If you guys are new to the channel and don't know how it works, man, we take one request per video uploaded. If you guys have read the title, man, you have an idea as to what we are going to be building today. So as always, I'm going to run through the small list of people who have made this request for today. Jack12349871, Lance Gabriel Tamondong Pakaruza, The Gaming Being Technically Reviewed, Grant Williams, and JMD Vlogs all want to see Randy from the Illiminate's YouTube channel's R32 GTR. Now, it was a close one. I gotta say, Adam LZ's Black 350Z was a close second on this one, but for today's video, man, looks like we are gonna be doing an R32. So as always, we're gonna jump into the buy car section here, buy this one up brand new here, and see if we can replicate this build. Now, we are looking for R33. The R32 Skyline, which appears to be a special car. I think I'm going to have to see if I can buy this one through the auction house. Now, I believe we're looking for that R32, and if I'm not mistaken, this is going to be a barn find. So I'm just going to try to find the stockest one that I can find right here. 50 grand, paying a little bit of a premium to buy this one out as opposed to buying it straight from the dealer. But sometimes you got to pay the cost to be the boss. So let's go ahead and get inside of our GTR R32 here and see if we can make this one happen, man. Now, one thing I have to say about this car is this thing is goals AF if I have ever seen it, man. If you guys haven't seen his Instagram or YouTube channel, definitely check it out, man. This car is definitely something that I can only only hope to one day own a vehicle like this. But as always, we are going to start out with the upgrades. Now, as far as the conversions go, I believe we are rocking still the RB... I want to say this is going to be an RB26 stock. So we are not going to be going for that V8 swap. Drivetrain, I am going to leave all-wheel drive for the time being. Front bumper, we're going to leave the stock front bumper on there. Now, if we do have the option, no, we're going to leave that stock wing on there. This car, aside from being slammed and stanced, this thing very much OEM looking from the outside. Now, one thing you guys know me for, notorious, I'm going to put on some race tire compound here, just for my own personal preferences here, especially with this thing being an all-wheel drive R32. I most certainly want this thing to be able to grip. Now, the wheels on this thing are probably the most notable of this, what separates this car from all the other R32. So I'm going to take my time here, try to find the wheel that I like and I think suits this car the best. Now, as far as wheels go, I'm going to throw on these HRE vintage wheels here. Now, they do look pretty close to what only slightly different here, but I think they are going to be just about close enough for this build. So we're going to go ahead and install those. One thing I do wish they had was just a little bit more lip on them. I feel like they would be pretty much perfect if they had just a touch more lip. We're going to go ahead, upgrade that clutch and what was that? The differential, just for fun. Brakes, obviously, with this being a 1993, I feel like the brakes could definitely use a little bit of love. And, of course, we are going to slam and stance this thing. Now, this thing does have an Apexi intake, so we're going to go ahead and upgrade that. Also, that Tommy, that Tommy da. Hell yeah, man. And we are going to upgrade those turbos just to get a little bit more kick out of this 93 Nissan Skyline here. With that, I think we're just about ready to install that to our current car here. And now that we got that out of the way, let's jump into the tuning. Now, one thing we need to do is just absolutely drop this thing. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get this thing quite as low as I want it to be, but for the sake of this video, we're going to put it as low as it's going to get, and we're going to drop a little bit of slam and stance camber on here, man. just for fun. And now as far as the designs and paints go, not too much going on with this thing. Like I say, very OEM, very functional. The only thing we really need to do is tin up these windows nice and black and possibly get more of a chrome finish on these wheels, if that's even possible. So let's go over here and put on that aluminum polished, nice and chrome. And I think with that said, we are just about ready to save this to the current car. And now that we got that all taken care of, we are ready to hit the road and see what this classic JDM Legend is all about. Little bit of turbo lag there, low into the RPM range. Now, one thing I love about these cars is just that linear power range. With a turbo, and with this car being, I mean, this car here specific, not necessarily 100% stock, but these Skylines in general, the power curve is just incredible. You know, there's a reason why they call them Godzillas, just because these things, you know, an absolute monster. Now, obviously, if you guys are familiar with Racer Miata, you will also have heard of Tommy F. Yeah, and in my opinion, he's the dude that I watch for the GTR content. Even though he doesn't really drive his GTR, you know, he's got the FD. Of actually quite a few cars, some nice BMWs and stuff. I mean, he has a pristine example of an R32. I mean, this, I gotta say, man, Randy's car is most certainly very, very close, if not just a little bit nicer, I gotta say, man. Tommy, big ups to Tommy. We haven't had a request or a build of any of his cars on the channel. If you guys want to see a Tommy F. Yeah build, let me know down in the comment section. The thing about Tommy is, man, the man, I mean, he's a purist. He likes to keep things very OEM, which I can't hate as far as resale value on his cars goes. He definitely has the right idea, but, I mean, Randy from Illiminate, you know, he's just slamming and stancing that thing, making it look nice, and I gotta hand it to him, man. Very tasteful modifications done on Randy's R32. Now this thing, to be honest, handling very nicely. Was hoping for it to get just a little bit sideways. We did do the differential, which I didn't adjust. I think this car being an all-wheel drive, if you hit that e-brake hard enough, you can get it just a little bit sideways. Now these cars obviously not meant really for drifting. They are all-wheel drive. Now I believe you can get the GTST, which is naturally aspirated rear-wheel drive, if I'm not mistaken, which I very well could be. You know, the all-wheel drive, the GTRs, they are most certainly meant for grip, drag, launching, you know, road courses. Goals, man. That's all I can say is hashtag mofo goals up in here. Now, if you guys are subscribed to my other channel, you will know I'm a bit of a Nissan fan. Well, I'm on my third VQ35 right now, one in my Altima. Now, I do have two G35 sedans. Now, you might be wondering, why would you need two G35s? Well, head on over to my channel. Link will be down in the description. And you will soon find out, man. I have one for fun and, well, both of them for fun. One is just, you know, I beat up just a little bit more than the other. But I'm rambling on now. The whole point of that little tangent there was to say that I am a big Nissan fan, and I totally, I'm totally butthurt over Randy's car. I'm not gonna lie, man. But I think as far as this build goes, this is one sorted car. Like, if you're gonna build a car from a YouTuber that you want to actually be able to use in races, I would definitely suggest this one. Just handles nicely all around, nice power to weight ratio, and you know, handles great. I feel all in all this was a very successful build. If you guys want to see more and you are not subscribed yet, definitely do so, because as always, we are going to have tons of videos like this on the channel. And yeah, your requests really are what keep the it's kind of the circle of life for YouTube, I guess you could say, or at least this channel. You guys make the requests, we build them, and so on and so forth. So as always, I'm your boy D-Nally, aka Don Squally. I just want to say thank you guys for watching, and we're gonna catch y'all mofos at the next one, man. Peace. Oh no. Oh no. Oh.